Welcome everybody, or absolutely no one, to Unfinished Projects, a show where we're gonna be reviewing kits from different brands, different materials, and today we're gonna be reviewing one of the Horus Heresy characters. If you haven't read the title so far, it's Lorgar. Not one of my favorite primers, but I think it's one of the ones that has one of the most interesting poses, and I'm gonna be reviewing the whole kit. And in the future we're gonna be teaching how to work with resin, plastic, metal minis, and maybe injection mold and every other materials, different companies. We're gonna be giving a couple tricks of how to work with it and how to paint it. I will eventually paint this mini. In our next episode I'm gonna be building it. I like them. It has like a texture to it. It kind of feels, to be honest, for $100 character, the box feels a little bit cheap. I don't know if you can see all the details. It's a little bit banned out. It looks beautiful from far, but I don't know. It's supposed to be a centerpiece from the Horus Heresy game. Due to on the 40k there's no rule for it. Well, maybe you can use this as a demon priest or demon prince or something like that. And let's start with it. It feels really good to open. So there we go. I have never opened a primer before, and whenever we're building the Primarchs, I'm gonna be talking about them, what I like. You see, it's a little bit like an imposing pose right there. That's redundant. I'm sorry. This is nice quality. I have Forge World before, and it doesn't feel like the regular units that you get from Forge World. The material, it's really nice package. Almost everything from Forge World comes in these plastic type of things. You see, it's the same as every other. The way it comes, of course. This came in a plastic bag type of thing. It was wrapped, and I forgot my knife. I used it to take it out, and that was it. I never opened this before, and it's sealed. You can see the resin in there. I want to see the details. I'm gonna get the knife right now. There you go. I'm gonna try to be as careful as I can. I got the this is a bad habit. I always cut in my direction. That's something that you shouldn't do. You always have to cut opposite of where you're standing right there. There it goes. Clean cut. And we open. Oh, a piece fell. Let's see what this is. Probably what everything from Forge World. It says it was made in January 2022, I think. This is they tell you like a oversimplified way to how to use the tools. They tell you a little bit of what you need. I'm gonna go into deeper details about the tools I use to clean Forge World kits. Maybe eventually we're gonna do tanks and vehicles. You need special tools to do that. For these, you're fine with clippers. They all come with the same. They teach you how to do a couple stuff. Of course, Forge World resin is known by having gaps and a lot of bad details. It has a bad reputation, so they recommend using their green stuff or whatever you can get from Green Stuff World. Now, for the mini itself, every Primarch from Forge World comes with regular play base, which is probably this one, which is gonna be a small one, and then you have like a display base. Obviously, it's a amazing centerpiece, and so you can have a way to have it in the shelf and see all the amazing detail about it. I'm using gloves not to damage anything. It's not like I didn't have paint in it. Because with the two bases, one for the game, I want to put the display on. You probably go like this, and then you put the one in here. You have to glue it, probably magnetize it, and then you got it like under it. You see, most primers comes with that. I know because I have Gilliman, which I'm gonna get his own video, his own review. I'm gonna get every single one of the primers, I hope. And if they're actually redoing all the line and getting the new primers like the Horus Ascended, I'm gonna try to get them eventually, not like all at the same time. I do commissions, like painting commissions all the time, and I'm trying to, every penny I got, try to get a primer to review. So let's go with the base. Some nice skulls. I like the writings. It's not one of my favorite Primarchs, but I'm gonna talk deep in the lore when I'm building it and teaching how to work with resin, because resin, as everybody knows already, pretty much you have to clean it because the release agent prevents the paint to stick to it, even the primer. So it can, if you get a primer and you prime it and you try to paint on top of it, eventually the paint is gonna come off, even if you put a varnish in it, which is super annoying. Skulls are easy to paint. I love painting skulls. It's easier. I'll get a easy recipe later in another video. This is probably the part that comes behind. Obviously, the mold is injected into it. You gotta get rid of it. I'll teach how to work with this and how to like get rid of it, like super easy and careful. Like if you're working in a painting commission type of things. I love the detail. It's just a rock. I understand it's just a rock, but well, I love models. I love miniatures. I'm painting them. I don't know, it's something else. Look at that. It looks like a crack. I hope it's a detail. It looks like a detail, but sometimes the forge wall kits gets like really annoying mold lines. I wouldn't like to work on a mold line on top of this. But yeah, just a base. Now we're gonna move to the cape. You see, this is where the resin is going injected to it, and you have to like carefully cut these parts and work with it. And resin is really fragile, like more fragile than plastic, which is a pain in the ass to clean most of the time. But I'm gonna try to do as quickly as I can and teach how to do it and how to work with it. But now to the big guy, the actual star of the show. Let's see the body roll. Oh my god, I love it. I usually don't paint in sub-assemblies, but when you're working with a primer, I believe that this is the best way to do it, so you can cover all the details. You see, it's missing a little bit of details in here. I don't know if you can check it in the camera. It's just amazing. I love it. It's not even my favorite primer, so I'm gonna pretty much start with the primers I don't like that much, and I'm gonna go into full detail with them. But look at that armor. It is beautiful. That's a beautiful sculpt. It came in super multiple parts. The Gilman, it only came with like 5 parts, pretty much. I'll show it later when I get a new primer, because I saw it through a commission. This is the shoulder parts and the backpack, and look at that detailing. It's just amazing. Now we go with the backpack. Sometimes the resin comes bent and it has like super small issues, but it's fixable. I'll teach you how to do it. The recipe that people use is just hot water to fix it. But sometimes it has like air bubbles. You can see one in here. I don't know if you see it. I'll point it with my hobby knife. It is right here. It doesn't bother me at all. I think I can cover it with paint, but some people like the quality of it, and it's a really expensive kit, so I'm not that picky. Amazing. Let's go with other parts. Of course, we got the weapon, his arm, and his other leg. It's just lovely. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our YouTube channel, and our project is I'm going to try to improve my painting skill, building skills, and maybe green stuff skills, and try to do reviews about different games, not only Games Workshop, but I'm gonna start with all the Forge Worlds because I always wanted to have all the Primarchs and paint them. So I'm gonna teach how to clean every single one of them and how to paint them to maybe like an easy recipe and a standard to play. I don't know if you can see it, but the weapon is a little bit bent to the left side. Maybe I just been picky, and it comes with these, which is annoying to clean. You just do it with a hobby knife and you can see another air bubble in there. But the kit, it's almost pristine, I would say. There's still a lot of cleaning to do. You can see a mold lining here. I'll teach how to clean every single piece in another video. It's just gonna be a raw reviews. The reviews are gonna be raw. Don't get me wrong, I won't script anything. I'm just gonna talk from my heart, from everything I know. I don't know if you guys, before I review these, I don't know if you have noticed, there's no instructions. No instructions whatsoever. This is not like a sheet that you open. So you come with instructions. So if you used to do like plastic and follow instructions, with most Forge World kits, you do not get that. You have to, Forge World kits are more like for collectors more than the games, I believe, or that's my belief in it. And they sell like high quality stuff. Most people complain about it. I love the models. I wouldn't get all the models, only the Primarchs because I love them, and I'll go deep into the lore later. I love the skulls. So to work with a Forge World model, you will have to know a little bit what you're doing, because sometimes, for example, you see these in here. I bet this part doesn't go there. So what I do to build a Forge World kit, what I do is I check the image of whatever I'm building in the website, and I try to follow as much as I can from the image. But when I'm painting, I try to do different stuff. I'll go deep into that later. But look at that. That's a lot of cleaning. That's I could break these. It's really hard to work with by getting it out. Probably I have to get rid of these parts. That could damage the spike in there. But yeah, I'll teach how to do it later in a future video. I particularly don't like the gun. That's a weird gun. I haven't read any of the novels in English. I'm trying to get into it, and there's no many in Spanish actually. And all the lore I know is pretty much from videos and old codexes and stuff like that. Mostly conversations with friends. And look at those calls. I'm gonna be so happy painting this fire. It looks so good. Look at his face. I'm glad the face didn't have any type of air bubbles. I'm gonna zoom a little bit in it. That's a mean face. That's a mean primer too. You see a little bit of the skulls and the handgun. And this is gonna be a pain in the ass to paint and work. So that is it for our first video. Just trying to put them a little bit rearranged so you can see everything that it comes with. It's actually, I didn't expect this kit to be so big, to be honest. And I don't know if you can see all of it that it comes in it. And obviously the bases. I got one in here and the other one. I hope this help people to figure out if they would like to get this type of kit, if they know how to work with it. I'm gonna teach how to clean every single primer and how to paint them eventually, of course. In the next video, I'm gonna be cleaning these, teaching how to do it, and maybe in a third episode, I'm gonna show how to paint it, how to prime, how do I prime, and how do I paint, and the techniques I use. And I'm gonna be working in trying to make it as friendly as I can. So it's gonna be like easy steps and how to do highlights, probably with like cheap brushes or like big brushes, because I know when you're getting into the hobby, even though these characters are not for people that is just getting into the hobby, they're probably were people that enjoy painting, and they've been painting for years, or they've been into Warhammer for a long time. Anyways, I'm gonna be teaching how to paint them with like cheap materials. So probably like cheap paints. Well, not that cheap paints. It's just like people is used to use Games Workshop paints. So I'm gonna be trying to mix and match and use different type of paints and to try to match the color range that they use in the Forge World page and the colors they use for the Primarchs. So yeah, I'm gonna be teaching how to do that, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you in the next episode.